On this video, you're going to do one of the first operations, and you're doing this video after you set up your tools and after downloading the files you need. Okay, so you're gonna open up Fusion 360. It's gonna look like this. You're gonna click on this file. You're gonna click on Open. You're gonna click on Open from my computer, and then you're gonna click Facing where it says .f3d. Okay, that's a Fusion 360 file. So make sure it says F3D on it. Click open, and now you have a simple block. Zoom out a little bit, and then we're gonna go to click on design, and then click on manufacture. So you have a new set of tools now up here. Let's change the units here. So hover your mouse over units, and then click on that symbol, on that icon, then change this to inches. Click OK. Now before we can begin, you should know that there are two things that you have to do, and you have to go in this order. You have to set up first, and then you will assign a operation. It could be one or more than one of any of these operations. So for the setup, click on that folder. Um, Once this appears and these little white dots appear, you're gonna click on this corner as your stop point. So we're telling the machine that this is our 0, 0, our x0 and y0, and this is where we're gonna set up and use that corner as a reference when we set up the machine, just like how you guys did your initials. Um, so don't change anything here. Now let's go to stock and change that to no additional stock. Okay, we're gonna click OK. So now you have setup number one. So the facing operation, we're just gonna trim the top of this, okay, just slightly. Now, usually we don't trim, like we would trim it, but only the actual surface. But this time we're just gonna go just a little deeper. Um, so the facing operation is this symbol right here, face. You're gonna select a tool, go to my tools for sim, and then we're gonna select the largest one, 2 1/4. Select. Um, so you can see the tool now. We're going to change the spindle RPM to 3000. We're going to change the cutting speed rate, cutting feed rate to 20. And you'll notice most of these will change accordingly. Okay. Since we are cutting some form of plastic, the material is very soft, it's very forgiving. Um, we don't really have to calculate the feed rate. If this was metal, we would calculate the feed rate. All right. Moving on to the next tab, geometry. It did select this geometry for us automatically because it's kind of given. So just click on it anyway. Okay, that's what we select. Heights. Now, the lowest your tool will go will be the bottom, this right here, this blue one. And so if you look in this fashion, you'll notice that that blue is just directly on top of this block. Okay, but what if we want to trim just just a small part of it, just to make sure that things even? So we're gonna change the bottom height to negative 0.0625. But instead of 0.0625, let's change it to 0.07. Okay, something simple. And so now it's gonna trim just a small part of it. Okay, or it's gonna face, not trim, but face. Let's see, passes. This is if you want multiple passes. Sometimes we want to leave multiple passes from left to right, and then multiple depths. Like if you want to if you want to use incremental depths in order to get to your final depth. What we can change here is the step over. So step over is how far does it go over the previous pass. So since our tool is 2.25, we're gonna take half of that. We will just say 1 point. We'll just say 1.25. Okay. It should take about 2 passes. So linking, we don't need anything here, so we'll just click OK. Okay. So now it kind of gives you a toolpath, where it's gonna go, and where it's gonna cut. Now we can watch the simulation. So if you right click on this, setup one, simulate, and press play. Okay, it's gonna take about that much time to cut this. Okay, at the feed rate of 20, I think it's gonna cut that fast. But you can see the original stock, and you can see how much was removed. Um, that's the whole purpose of the simulation. You can see if it actually works. Sometimes if your process is wrong and you made errors or mistakes, then this will not generate. If you go to statistics, you'll see that the machine time takes about 52 seconds. So I guess that speed that you saw is not realistic. It's kind of a fast forwarded or kind of sped up. So it will be much slower than that. But it should take about 52 seconds. Okay. So if you want to make adjustments, you would have to look at the statistics and make sure that the time goes down. Okay. And that's the first part of facing. And what you want to do before you exit, you want to make sure you click on save. You don't have to change the name. Um, just make sure it saves into your um, desktop. But on this one, um, since this is an online thing, you can put it under, um, we can make a new folder. So to make a new folder here, before you save, you click on new folder. Sorry, new project. You're gonna click on new project, and you're gonna type in cam strategy. Okay, just like how you see it here. And then just save it with your name, like that. Make sure you choose cam strategy. Sorry, I can delete that. Okay, make sure you click on cam strategy, and then click save. So that way it's saved online. Okay, you can retrieve it back. Okay, and that's it. Thank you.